What's up, guys? Welcome back. Where I left you last time is we wanted to add the username of the user who created an auction. So I didn't just want to see the ID, but I also wanted to see the user. So to do this, we're going to change our model a little bit, our auction model, and we're also going to add a hook to help us out. So we're going to modify our model by also adding another field called seller username, and it's going to be a string, and that's all we're going to change to our model. But because we changed our model and we already created basically our database schema, we're going to have to drop the database and remake that. But before I get into that, we're also going to be making a hook to add this seller username. So when I create an auction, I don't want to supply the seller username. I want it to be auto picked up. So I'm going to say feathers generate hook. And important when you're doing feathers generate hook that you're in the root folder of the project. So I'm in server here. I'm going to call this hook add seller username. And this is going to be a before hook, and it's for auctions. And it's only going to happen when we create an auction. Okay, if I come back over here, I can go under source hooks add seller username. Here is our hook that we're going to add. And this is going to be real basic. All we're going to say is hook.data.seller username is equal to hook.params.user.username. So this hook object is something that is called before create actually happens. And what we're doing is we're just adding the seller username field by looking at the user and grabbing its username. Because remember how auctions, we said we wanted authentication for it? So we actually have the user because we're passing that token in. So that's this part right here, and we're just grabbing the username and setting it. And that's it. So we can come back over here. I'm going to go into Psql, and I'm going to drop silent auction. I'm going to create silent auction, and then I'm going to get out of there. So I'm just going to drop my database, recreated it. I'm doing npm start. Alright, now if I come on over here to Postman, I can make some requests. So I'm going to create a user. So the reason we also had to remake this Bob user is because we had dropped the database. So I'm now going to log in. I'm going to grab this authentication token. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to create another Blueberry auction. Send, and now you see seller username Bob. So now when I come back over here, and I get the auctions, let's make sure we replace that. You see the seller username Bob. But what we can do is we can create more than one user. So maybe we'll say username Tim. And we can say tim@bob.com. So we created a Tim user. We can come on over here, we can log in with Tim. Now we need to copy his access token. Paste that here. And maybe Tim is going to sell a BlackBerry. His is going to be $20.21. And so he can create that. Now we see the seller username Tim, and then we can come get all the auctions, and we can see that there's currently 2 auctions, one by Tim, one by Bob. Okay, so now we successfully added the seller username and seller, we just added the seller username. That's all we added. So that's in there. That's how we wanted that to happen. Now, to actually make an auction, the way we'd like to do it is we'd like to come in here and we'd like to make a update. So that's going to be patch, and we can just come over here. We can copy this. So for example, let's say I want to bid on Blueberry. So current price is $14. Oh, and notice how this is getting truncated right here. I didn't even notice that. I think that's because decimal maybe. When I put 2, it looks like it was counting these 2 digits. I'm curious if I come back over here, quick test. Let's say I say $300 is the bid. Numeric field overflow. Okay, yeah, that's what I expected. Okay, we need to fix that. We'll fix that in the next video. But our decimal field is off. But what I was going to tell you about is, let's say I want to bid on blueberries and I want to bid for 15. So I come over here and I need to grab this ID 1, so /1. And so I'm going to bid as Tim, so I'm going to grab Tim's ID, which is over here. There we go. So authentication, authorization, actually author, paste that in. Oops. And copy. There we go. Then what we can do is you can say current price $15. Okay, so now I'm going to get all the auctions over here. Notice how this is 15. Did I create 2 blackberries on accident? Oh, it looks like I did. But anyway, notice how this is 15, and I can bid on it again to 16. And we can come over here, we can get it. Now this is at 16. So that's how we're going to bid. We're just going to basically do patch requests to whatever item we'd like to. And we add the new current price. But what we would like to do is we'd like to know who has the current bidder, who's winning the current bid, and who's like possibly going to get it if time expires. So in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to fix that overflow problem, and we're going to allow the decimal fix it so we can actually get decimal places, and we can get larger values. And then we're also going to, this update, we're going to save who makes the update. That way we know if Tim is the top bidder or who is. So that's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.